Man, y'all want to know what the crazy thing is about God preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies is that he only builds that table whenever he can entrust your character, integrity, and maturity not to deal with them as if they're an enemy. We see this with Joseph. His brothers throw him in the pit. They try to kill him and curse him. And years later, Joseph is exalted to a high place, a kingship role. And we see that his brothers, they have to return to the land and return to his hand because there's a famine and they have to come sit at his table. Now, Joseph could have stood up and been like, you know what, you guys try to kill me. Go starve. I could care less. But God only gave Joseph that table because he could entrust him to reflect his character and extend mercy to them instead of kill them. We see this with David, and my personal favorite example is that he comes to relieve Saul of his tormenting spirit. Saul throws a javelin at him, tries to kill him, and guess what? David returns again and relieves him of the same tormenting spirits. And the reason I share this is because many times in my life, I felt like I've been done wrong, been done grimy by people, crazy situations. And then guess what? Years later down the road with these same people, sometimes I'll find myself in a circumstance where they're coming to my table and they might still be throwing javelins at you. And God is saying, go low, son. I love you. Go low, son. Show them mercy. You know what I mean? Show them how we do in the kingdom. And I'm like, all right, it's humbling. You do it, but it's not like it ever gets like to the point where it's enjoyable. And the thing is about this is that there's three parts to this blessing. The first part of it is actually in a way God getting back at the people that did you dirty. That's why it says in Proverbs 24, when you see your enemy fall, do not rejoice, or he'll take his hand of anger off of them and turn his anger away from them. The second part of this blessing is it's God entrusting you with the kingship role. It's God entrusting you with the position where you have the control because he's entrusting that your hand is going to react appropriately and reflect the same way his hand would move when that enemy comes to your table. They won't be treated as an enemy. The third part of this blessing is that it is, in a way, it's the reflective mirrors of God's creation. It's God showing you, hey, you remember when you were throwing javelins at me and I blessed you? Remember whenever you did that person dirty and they blessed you, and now you got to sit in the position and get javelins thrown at you. Hey, go low. You got it. I love you. You know what I mean? Show mercy. You have to maintain a pure heart. This is not something. My favorite thing is in Matthew, it says, bless those that curse you. But the interesting thing about Matthew is it says, bless those. And a lot of people are petty. So a lot of people would just say, hey, God bless them. But I like Luke because Luke, it says, do good to those that curse you. Do good to those that harm you. And that what it implies is that you actually have to get up and do something for that person. You actually have to get up and show that deed. And you have to maintain a pure heart. This isn't from a position of, ha, 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 look at them. They fall. Now I'm here. You already lost the table. And so I'm saying this because if God has entrusted you with the table that enemies are coming to eat at, keep replying in purity, keep replying in integrity, and God will keep building that table.